I have been told on several occasions by more than one person that I am a true Trini. Trinidadian, certainly. One true, maybe. But true, not so much. Just as an aside, if you want to be considered a true Trini, one of the things you have to do is say your adjectives twice. For example, the man give one long speech, or he expect me to fit in that small space. Practice it till you get it right. Anyway, what, you might ask, have I done to deserve to be disowned in this way by my countrymen? Well, here are a few pieces of the evidence that has been used against me. Several of them have to do with things that I don't eat or drink. So let's start with what is probably my greatest offense. I don't eat Pelau. There, I've said it. Now, if Trinidad had a national food, roti and Pelau would probably be running neck and neck for the honor, with doubles coming in a respectable third. I will tell you about me and doubles in a little bit. But yes, I do not eat Pelau. You know, the food of Panorama, Carnival, Beach Limes, and pretty much anywhere that Trinis find themselves? My mother would say it was a good thing to cook because everything was in one pot. And it's not allergies or anything like that that have kept me off Pelau. I just don't like to eat Pelau because I hate pigeon peas. And yes, I know most Trinis think that that should be an unbailable offense. But I just don't like pigeon peas. Funny, when I was younger, I used to really enjoy shelling pigeon peas. And I even ate a few of them raw. Of course, the first wiggly worm that showed up, that was the end of the shelling. But I don't like pigeon peas when they're cooked, so that's why Pelau is on my list of things I do not eat. As for roti, I liked it as much as the next guy. Although I'm not a really big fan of bus-up shots. I prefer dal puri, and I cannot eat a chicken roti without opening it out on a plate and breaking it off in little pieces. That's because if I bite into a roti and I get chicken bone, it's all over. I gag and I can't eat a roti anymore. So you see, it's because of things like this that people ask to see my passport. Oh, and I like doubles, but I don't eat pepper, which is another Trini staple. I have seen with my own 4 eyes people just bite into a Scotch bonnet pepper as though it's a mango. And Trinis put pepper sauce on everything. I'm sure that half the time they don't even taste what they're eating. Actually, Trinis love condiments in general. If you're behind a Trini in a line for a Subway sandwich, you'll know what I mean. When it's my turn and I say, just some sweet onion and shadow benny, please, the servers look at me as though I am transforming into an alien creature right before their eyes. Then they're the doubles themselves. Now, every good Trini knows doubles don't taste right unless you just stand up next to the cart and eat it. Well, unfortunately, I cannot do that. I don't have the technique where you hold the paper in one hand and use the other hand to scoop up the channel with the top of the doubles. I don't know how to do it. I eat a doubles like a sandwich. So I have to be seated at a table somewhere because chances are I am going to be making a mess. That's another F I get in the Trini exam finals. And while I'm at it, I don't eat smoked herring, I don't eat akra, sauce, buljol, tomato choker, or any of the other breakfast treats that are available at every single Trini brunch or breakfast party ever. I usually end up eating dry sada. Yum. Breakfast party people is real make money on my head. And don't even start with Christmas. I don't eat ham and I don't drink sorrel, ginger beer, or punchacram. I can hear the gasps from here and the chorus of, where she really come from? And while I'm at it, if I never hear a warmer brush or Trini Christmas is the best, again, I would live happily ever after. When I was growing up, my mother never went to the market. It was something to do with having to go every weekend as a child and some traumatic incident with a live chicken. Anyway, while she was dealing with her childhood trauma, we only knew about going to the supermarket. So one of the things I never got good at was distinguishing one ground provision from the other. You know how embarrassing it is to have to ask people, this is a dashin or an edu? Is it edu? Does edus have a singular? Anyway, so my solution is not to buy any ground provisions that are not labeled. And in the market, things are not always labeled. I know sweet potato, so I buy that. Once I bought a hand of green fig, because I had a craving for green fig salad. Well, that ended rather badly. Why, do you ask? Because they were planting. That's why. Talk about shame. Now you understand? Another area that I might score low as a Trini is bandwagonism. Okay, that might not be an actual word, but you know what I mean. Trinis are the biggest bandwagonists on the planet. If Liverpool FC looks close to winning the league, every Trini is a Liverpool fan from since are small. They will tell you proudly that they supported Liverpool since the John Barnes and Ian Rush days. Never mind, they just went into town yesterday to get a Liverpool shirt from Kenny's or wherever. And when a Trini supports, he supports. Even if he only came on board yesterday, he or she is the loudest one there. Why are we such a noisy people? I might just be getting old and miserable. I see you nodding. That is enough. But why is it that everything Trinis do, or at least enjoy doing, seems to be so loud? You ever entered a room where a group of Trinis are liming? You could swear there are 50 people in there, and there are only about 5. The music is loud, everybody's talking loud, they're laughing loud. Trinis are some of the noisiest people on earth. One of the things I do that's also very un-Trini-like is when I am ready to leave an event, a lime, someone's house, I say I have to go and I leave soon after that. Not Trinis, not at all. When a Trini tells you he is getting ready to leave just now, you probably have him for at least another half hour inside and a good 15 minutes by his car. He has to take one for the road. He has to tell each person there that he's leaving individually and start some new topic of conversation with each one. Many a time I have found myself sitting in my car waiting for some friend or family member who is saying their goodbyes for the longest while but never actually getting in the damn car so we could go. I could go on and on with this, as I haven't even talked about the fact that I'm not a Beres Hammond fan and I don't own many red clothes. But I think I've given you enough to consider. Let me know what you decide. Do I make the grade as a true Trini? Or do I have to sign up for classes of some kind? Well, we've come to the end of another episode of Just Saying. And as usual, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please share it with your friends. Until next time, just saying.